It's a happy existence.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Why is the death model flag? Oh, we got 100 red rings, haven't we?
Oh damn, we got 100 exactly. Okay. Shut me up. I thought it was lower.
That is you.
Then I realised we've only got...
We've got 2 world left.
Yeah, 3.
Shanghai underwater.
We've already done one of Asteroid Coaster and one Planet Wisp to get the Wisps.
I hate those gravity gimmicks.
Well, we'll get there, don't worry about it.
What is it? It's platforms where you're under it, so you fall upwards.
You fall
or if
upwards.
You're over it, you fall down.
Downwards,
It's confusing and painful.
Gravity gimmicks. Still better than Sonic Colors. Not Sonic Colors, Sonic Forces.
I was about to say, do you remember Colours?
Do you remember Sonic Colors? That's a good game, I like Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is fun.
When did this come out? This is
2010.
2010. Because 2 years later it was Generations.
1 year later it was Generations.
Really?
Oh,
2011. Was that already in production?
2000, hi?
Can I just say this is my favourite track? Was it?
Planet Wisp back too. Okay, fair enough. No, is it wrong that I kind of think this is fit for Sky Chase?
Oh yeah. That's not a bad call actually.
It would. It's kind of got that slow pace to it. Which
Yeah.
I like.
Oh my god, there are so many other tracks. Like, I love what Generations did, where you can. Hey, do you remember Generations?
Yeah, I played the PC version the other day.
You've played every version, haven't you?
I haven't played the Xbox version, which is better than... I've played the PS3 version, which we don't talk about.
Well, Giles has only played it on PC.
Yeah, so he's played the best version.
Yeah.
I've got it on PC, which is the version we're going to let's play.
Oh, really?
Yes, because... Okay, I'm weird in that I don't care about the difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, but if I've ever played one game at 60 frames per second and I then go back to a 30 frames per second version, it is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, yeah. Your
like
brain
Sonic
just can't
Colors
cope with it.
is 30 FPS, and I don't care. But if a 60 FPS version came out, I wouldn't be able to go back. But I can play this just fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is weird.
But once I've had better, it's a hard adjustment.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm going to get those rings. Oh no, there's visible.
No,
Okay.
no. Don't bother, man. Just eat all these people.
Frenzy! Nom 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 nom.
Hey, there was something in there.
Yeah, there's red ring.
All your base are belong to us. Boost.
Ah, I love Sonic Colors.
Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Sonic Colors is fantastic.
Such a well done game. Game of the year. Every year.
What, in 2010? What was my game of the year in 2010? You know, it might have been Sonic Colors.
Call of Duty. Hey, that was convenient. I was like, where's this next oh, okay.
You know, it may actually have been Sonic Colors.
Really?
Because what games came out in 2010?
Assassin's Creed. Was it Assassin's Creed 4? Or was it? No, it was
No,
the third
four,
one.
Third.
Third one. That was
Hell no, I
good.
don't think it was the third one. I think it might have been. It was still in the Ezio. It was still in the Ezio trilogy.
So it's Brotherhood.
Probably, I think it might have been Brotherhood.
Oh shit.
So remember, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 were on the Wii U,
Yeah, they were.
which was 2012.
So yeah, that was Brotherhood. Titanfall was 2012, wasn't it?
Titanfall was 2012, yeah.
Shit, what was 2010?
I don't remember what came out into Super Mario Galaxy.
Hey, okay, there you go. That's what topped this.
Super Mario Galaxy 2, I should say.
Nintendo.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, I think.
Oh yeah.
You notice how I'm just thinking about Wii games, right?
yeah, I couldn't help but notice.
Okay, on PS3, Mega Man 10. That came out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, Mega Man 10 was 2010.
Oh.
I'm only getting Mega Man 11 this year, can't wait.
Oh, so pumped. It looks so good. I mean, we haven't seen much of it, but...
No, we only saw that trailer, but I can't wait to see more.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and kickstart that shit.
Although it is depressing to see that Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 on Switch has some traditional Capcom laziness involved with it.
Oh, really?
So both versions, you can get them separately, digitally, same price as they are on other systems, that's all well and good. So, you know, $14.99 for the first one, $19.99 for the second one.
Okay.
You know, that's fine. Price parity and all that good stuff. Physical release. So the physical release is both combined, which I'm all for. You know, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2. So how could they
Oh, dude.
possibly, under any circumstances, there's a red ring up there, isn't there?
Yeah, probably. It's right in the middle of all those spinners.
Actually, I don't think there is. Well, there's an easy way to find out. But basically, so you know, we're gonna do this release, Legacy Collection 1 and 2. First off, it's US only.
What?
Yeah, so us here in Europe, because it's Capcom and...
They don't know how to fucking market, so...
Well, no, here's the thing. Historically, with Capcom and us here in the EU, we don't exist. So, like, we didn't get Mega Man 6 initially.
So
we didn't initially get Mega Man 6. And it didn't came to America because Nintendo published it. We didn't get Mega Man Star Force 3. We weren't going to get the Battle Network games unless Ubisoft stepped in. Yes, they were published by Ubisoft here.
Wow. So Capcom are amazed they're still going.
They had the opportunity to do Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 here on the Switch, like they did in other systems. They have physical releases in other systems. And in Japan and North America, there is a combo pack for the Switch, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. Now, due to the absolute massive size of Revelations 2, it is a download, so you get the first one on the cartridge and you get a download code for the second one. All well and good, because Revelations 2 is big. You know, I'm not going to chastise them. I'm not going to knock that, because that is a big game. It's like 23 gigs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, you know, I'm not going to knock that. But what I will knock is, for some inexplicable reason, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 combined comes to about 7 gigabytes.
Really?
Yeah. And so with this US only release of Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, the first game is on the cartridge, which is about 400 megabytes in size, which means to be as cheap as humanly possible, they're using a 1 gigabyte card. And then the 6 gigabyte Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 is the thing you have to download.
What?
Yeah. And it's like, there is literally no reason for this. You can't say, oh, it's because the games are so big and the cartridge costs so much. No, it comes to the most commonly used size of cartridge.
Yeah, pretty much everything is like that, so... What?
You know, and then you've got games like Breath of the Wild, and Xenoblade, and Doom, and Skyrim, that are all on cartridge.
I like those games. Those games are good.
So here's the thing. Here in the EU, there is going to be a grand total of 1 physical Capcom release on the Nintendo Switch. And it was Ultra Street Fighter 2 back in May last year.
Really?
Yep. And they actually cited the reason they weren't releasing the the Resident Evil Revelations collection here is due to cost constraints. And it's like, wait, what?
Okay.
But no, this is a trend because Dark Souls is being published by From Software in Japan as normal, Bandai Namco in the US, but here in the EU it's being published by Nintendo. Yeah, they're having to foot the bill. And it's like, okay, so publishers, can we please just like... I know Europe is 28 different countries and Australia, technically.
And technically.
Because that's counted under that distribution. And it's like, I know that's like difficult, but you've done it before.
Oh my god. Capcom continues to amaze me.
Capcom does continue to amaze me. It's like every time they do something right, they turn around and go, you were this close. And apparently the Mega Man X collection coming out is going to be 2 separate releases.
Oh,
now,
God. Wasn't it Capcom's idea to make it American only?
Initially, yeah. Same for the original Mega Man collection as well.
But they're deliberately trying to fuck themselves over.
You know, I'm just thank God for digital distribution.
Otherwise, we would not be getting... who actually have jobs going, that's not how you make a business.
Thank God for digital distribution, because we wouldn't be getting these games right now.
Yeah, okay.
If it was physical only, we still wouldn't be getting them.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
But here's the thing, right? Like, the X collection starts X1 through X8. And it raises a few questions for me, because if it's been released as 2 games, I have a question to ask. How are they going to divide that between 2 releases?
Games, yeah.
Are you going to do X1 to X3 and then 4 through 8? Are they going to do what I personally think they're going to do, which is X1 to X5, and then put X6, X7, and X8 in a second release? But then they're going to have the problem of that second collection is one hell of a tough sell. Yeah. Because X6 and X7 forms 2/3 of that package. It's not a good package. X8's good. But...
well, it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. And, you know...
I've had better.
But here's the thing.
Is that the introduction of Axel?
X7 was the introduction of Axel.
Oh,
no, but here's the thing. If they were to divide it up, X1 to X4, and then X5 to X8, they'd be in the same problem, because, from what I've heard, X5 isn't that good either.
Oh god, is it?
No, apparently it's got some serious backtracking problems.
Oh, I hate those kind of things.
And, you know, having looked at footage of the game, I can agree that it has some backtracking problems. Like, hey, you need the weapon from this stage to get an item in this exact same stage.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, to get an item in a stage, you need the weapon from that stage.
Then how are the...
I know, it's stupid.
So are you supposed to get a different weapon and improvise?
No, you're meant to play the stage twice. And actually, there's something you can only get in there as 0. And something
so you have to backtrack as 0 then to go
so
in.
there is something you have to beat the stage to get the item as X.
Yeah.
And then you have to beat the stage again as 0 to get a separate item. So you have to beat the stage 3 times. And it's an auto-scroller.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you're on about.
Duff McWhalen. Still the stupidest name for a boss I've ever heard in my life.
It is. It is. In all fairness, well, in terms of character, I never really liked Axel. Like...
In X7, he's a whiny bitch, well, so is X.
He really is. Oh, yeah, X's voice actor.
Why must Reploids fight each other? Because you're built as killing machines.
What's that massive thing attached to your arm, X?
That's a gun, X.
Why do you think people don't like you? But then he had, like, the, you know, whiny kid voice, and...
Mega Man X4.
Zero ended up having that weird dream right at the end of... Was it X7? Where X was gonna kill him.
I think it was X7. Which,
I don't remember.
yeah.
That was a game.
Nice. I haven't played that in ages.
I completely forgot that the main boss set the whole building to self-destruct. And then, like, forgets about it or something halfway through the boss fight. I don't know if you remember that bit.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, and then he just wants to talk, and I was like, wasn't there a bomb supposed to go off or something?
Yeah, aren't you blowing this place up?
You're the bad guy here, right?
You know, you're doing a bad job of being evil.
Here's the exit. Thank you, mortal enemy. Hey, nice one.
Yeah, I made a wrong move earlier.
Oh, copyright law.
No, that's like it.
I swear we passed this logo like 6 times.
Attention guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not a robot, please return to the main park areas and ignore anything evil you might have seen here.
I love that one.
This park is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
Do you remember when Eggman just wanted to make a theme park?
Yeah. He's like Lex Luthor. All he wants to do is own a city. That's all he wants.
And then Sonic Forces happened.
Yeah. Haven Enterprise is not responsible for the capture of any aliens.
Well,
They keep saying salad over and over again.
just salad.
Salad. Are you sure that's not save them?
Wouldn't enema help?
I've never taken an enema, but...
Probably wouldn't help. Actually, that scene from Dracula, Dead and Loving It, which is a spoof movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula, I actually have a clip from that perfectly describes EA. You know how for Battlefront 2 they turned around and said, oh yeah, this unlock requirements and stuff will give them a sense of pride and accomplishment, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, bollocks, you just want them to pay up, right? So I was watching this movie, and he goes, he's gone absolutely mad, take him away, and give him an enema. Then, enema, sir? And he goes, yes, it'll give him a sense of accomplishment. It's just like, that's EA.
Oh, dude.
He goes, I'm not insane, I tell you. It's like, give him an enema and put him in a straitjacket. No, wait. Give him an enema first, then put him in a straitjacket. It's like the entire basis of that guy's entire character is that he's obsessed with giving people enemas.
Oh, I love that one. Oh, crap.
What the hell do you mean that's number 2?
Enema.
It's like, give him an enema, it'll give him a sense of accomplishment. It's like, that is EA. They would say that.
Give him a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know what I want? I want my Reggie Amoeba. Anima.
Every amiibo now comes with a free anima. Grizzly.
Free from EA. New move in Assassin's Creed. Stab up the ass.
That's a new move in Saints Row.
Oh, you've used the penetrator as well?
Yes,
have
I've used the penetrator.
Oh my god. What about the fucking tentacle thing?
Yeah, Chris has unlocked that too.
Oh, dude. The hentai gun or whatever it's called.
Nom
I
nom
found
nom.
certain the tag for it was just why.
Why? Yeah.
Why indeed? Who doesn't love a tentacle? Damn, I don't think you could get much bigger, dude. Any more and you're not gonna fit.
Haha!
Haha! Munch, munch,
You don't
munch,
need
munch.
Frenzy to do this. You can just slide through the blocks.
Oh yeah.
Or stomp them.
You
Like
can
so.
just constant slide. Can't you?
Yeah.
Mega Man 3.
You can make a man read it.
Whee! He just keeps on going.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Hey. Wow.
Come here, egg pawns.
We go to some dark places on this show.
We do. Hell, I've been playing Bayonetta.
Yeah, okay, we'll give you that. Do you know? Oh, do you remember what the? I'm sure Chris will know the answer to this. The pre-order bonuses you get for pre-ordering Bayonetta.
Yeah.
It was a tissue with a picture of Bayonetta on it and a can of Red Bull.
Nice.
You know, in case you have any spillages, I assume, when playing about a witch whose
Killing
clothing
angels.
is made out of her hair.
So Derby, that survey you sent me, where EA was the third most popular publisher of last year,
Yeah.
somehow.
Somehow.
It said Nintendo was number 2 by a considerable margin over EA, I might add.
Really?
Yeah. So who's number 1? Sony?
No, not likely.
Yeah, to be fair, what first party games did Sony release? Oh, Horizon, I suppose.
I
Which
haven't
came
actually
out at
played that.
exactly the same time as Zelda. I haven't played either.
Oh,
Well, welcome
you-
into the drink.
Sounds like shit. Shit, he missed! He missed!
Well, now I'm dead.
Tails just watching from the side. Well, life isn't worth living anymore. He missed that red ring.
Hey, when you go for 100%,
You go for 100%.
you go for 100%.
Oh, damn. Was Horizon any good? I never actually played that.
Apparently it is. I've never played it either. It's on my watch list. And I've seen screenshots of it, and all I can say is, for the love of God, please tell me it has colorblind mode. Otherwise, I can't play that game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing stopping me. Is like, does this have a
You
colorblind
can't
mode?
see shit.
Because if it
That was
doesn't,
fucking close, by the way. Don't ever do that again.
the best publisher was Riot Games, who made League of Legends. Okay, fair enough.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know what? I'm down with that. That works. That works for me.
That's okay.
So Nintendo is pretty much the best publisher who actually made new games last year.
Lol. Oh, have you seen the trailer for, I think it was called Anthem?
Yes, Anthem.
I don't know what to make of that game. Like, it looks like it's going to be fun, but it also looks very empty and spacious.
It does. Oh no, you go downstairs.
Hello, monkey.
Actually, just give it the chocolate and send her on away.
Yes,
I did
that's
promise.
what I'm here for.
Will you go away?
Off
In
you
the
pop.
nicest possible way. I don't mean badly.
Off you pop, Baba.
Ah, I
Ah.
dropped one.
It's okay, the floor's clean.
Ish.
Is it?
It used to be.
It used to be.
It's as clean as your
It
dog's.
isn't clean.
It's as clean. Oh, yeah, okay, get rid of that. It's got some of Sean's hairs on
It's got some of Poppy's hairs on it.
it. Okay, is that what we'll say?
No, it is Poppy because she used to lie up here a lot.
Oh, okay.
Back when she could climb stairs.
Yeah. Way back when.
Yeah.
Are you immune to pointy things if you're in spikes?
Somewhat. I had this situation in Generations where I was like, okay, I'm immune to spikes that are like spike beds on the floor.
Yeah, but you're not
But
immune
not
to the spike balls.
I'm not immune to the saw blades.
Okay, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's either I'm immune to spiky things or I'm not immune to spiky things. This is a long level, by the way.
It is.
I mean, compared to the previous one. Not long for a Sonic one.
What did I say, Saren?
I sit on the bed.
No.
No.
We have told you. Downstairs. Now.
The
now.
deal was you have your
Can I sit
chocolate.
down here?
No.
I'll be quiet.
No. Downstairs. Thusly. Ooh, wait a minute.
Wait, why is there...
Now we should play Sonic.
Sam, what did I just tell you?
Oh, nice. Well, you got the last one. Where's the... You can homing attack in this thing?
Yeah, I can home attack while your spikes.
That's awesome.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's like homing attacking in a power-up. That's...
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, dude. This is getting ballsy now.
Yeah, I
Is that
can't
on the
remember.
right? What's over that way? Oh, don't ever do that again.
I
do it
just
again.
thought you were gonna die, Sean.
So,
Hey, there's people.
yeah, that's Derpy in the jam.
Right, games,
I
League
thought
of
he was
Legends.
just gonna die.
Yeah.
My favourite bit of the game where you collect them things.
What the hell's the red ring at?
Is it supposed to be pointing to the next one?
Whoa, that was awesome.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
Michael?
Okay, go downstairs.
I'll see this.
No, go downstairs.
Downstairs, not down on the floor.
I need the hover wisp. Off you goes, Aaron.
To find a survey, one of those questions.
I'm going to be in my room.
EA in third.
Yeah, EA is in third.
I'll be in
Makes-
my room.
No sense.
Wait, first isn't Ubisoft, right?
No, it was Riot Games.
I was gonna say. Oh, mother...
Blah.
Oh.
I know where the last red ring is.
You do? Is that
Yeah, I
on the
do.
far right?
No, there was a switch I didn't hit.
Oh, well, right in the middle.
Is it on the far right? Yes, it's at Republican headquarters.
Political. Is Mighty Number 9 getting a sequel?
No, not at this point.
Due to almost unanimous negativity.
Pretty much.
It's the Sonic 06 of Mega Man.
It's not even Mega Man.
Okay, it's the rip-off of the Sonic 06 of Mega Man. It's meant to be that, isn't it? Fudge!
It's okay. We're okay. Whew. Only thing I if Derpy says anything he'd give Ubisoft any thumbs up for is Mario plus Rabbids, and it's like, you know what, I would too. That is a fantastic game
Well done.
that everybody wrote off immediately because of the word Rabbids.
Yeah, people have kind of gone off Rabbids.
Yeah, they did. So did I. But it's like, in this game, they're good. When they have something to bounce off of, they're really good. But when they're on their own, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're annoying.
It's like the Minions in Despicable Me. When they have something to bounce off of, they're good.
When I'm watching them get injured, I enjoy
But when
myself.
it's just the Minions,
No.
Look, I've got a new Coke.
Ooh, lovely.
That Coke. I just said Coke.
Okay, oops. Oh, watch the gunfire.
They're my favourite crisps.
Buggerovsky.
These crisps are my favourite.
There's none in there.
There aren't any. It's an empty packet.
So, toodaloo.
Downstairs. Because clearly you can't stay anywhere.
Go watch a movie that's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 probably.
I hate box trolls.
Okay.
That's not going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, I can pretty much guarantee that.
I hate box trolls.
Watch something else then.
Yeah, go watch.
No, I really hate box trolls.
Watch something else then. What part of that didn't you?
Yeah, Chanel.
SSS.
Zibbitzinact!
Hey. Okay.
Mighty Number 9 sequel was Mighty...
Mighty Gunvolt Burst. It's a good game and not even made by Concept. They just said in Integrate, hey, you can use the characters, and away they went.
Oh, right.
And they actually made a fairly decent game out of it.
Not bad.
And there's the
But Concept is now owned by Level 5, so I don't think Level 5 is going to do anything with Mighty Number 9.
Is this when he talks to the robot? And...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Rabbids.
All planets in Magnite's incredible interstellar amusement park.
Third closest.
As far as you know, only your properties are
Hey, back on BioWare, just while we watch this meme.
Oh, be the star.
Apparently, the reaction to EA's practices lately is causing the developers to go all on that project, all on Anthem, and they are terrified that if the monetization EA is going to make them put in there, because EA is the publisher and they own BioWare, they're terrified that that's going to create such backlash that the game will underperform by EA standards and BioWare will be gone.
What?
Well, here's the thing though. Mass Effect Andromeda, made by a new BioWare studio, underperformed, gone.
Wow.
Dead Space 3 underperformed, Visceral, gone.
Yeah. Well, EA's been banned from Star Wars now. Did you see that?
Isn't that just a rumour?
Apparently not.
Because I know people were mentioning that Disney is looking to shop around
For
because
someone else to do
Disney,
it.
having established a contract, would obviously have a get out clause.
Yeah, of course. Well, Disney's dangerous.
EA has only made 2 Star Wars games since
What, Battlefront 1 and 2?
Battlefront 1 and 2 since
What, the PS2 games?
since that contract was signed in 2013. They've only made 2 games,
Really?
and neither of them have been received particularly well. So I imagine Disney is looking at that going, that's not very good.
Yeah. You've had 2 shots.
Because
and
they
both of them have
cancelled
been
the
bad.
single-player Star Wars game they were making, which is like 2.5 years of work
Oh.
down the can. That's when they killed
Yeah.
Visceral.
That was a story. Yeah. Story-driven one. That's a rumour. Oh, okay, thank you.
Apparently BioWare has no idea how to sell Anthem, and it's like, I wouldn't know either.
No, I wouldn't. It's an.
Here's the thing though,
It's
the
Iron Man
poor
Simulator.
bastards at BioWare are sat there going, EA's going to make us put this monetization in, but if we don't do that, they're not going to be happy, but if we do, gamers won't be happy, we'll get the flack, and we'll be shut down and lose our jobs. It's like, congratulations, that's what happens when you work for EA. But here's the thing, EA isn't going to go away from microtransactions because they said Battlefront 2 underperformed by about 1 million units from what we expected. It's like, okay. And they said that was due to the controversy around the monetization. And then they said, and this is actually one, for it's very smart business sense, but 2, not very good moral sense, they said, if we had kept the microtransactions in anyway, the microtransactions would have made up the lost money.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, well, first off, that's correct.
Mm.
You know, I can't fault that logic, that is true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, so there was the backlash, they removed the microtransactions, you lost out on the equivalent of 1 million sales worth of money, but if you just kept the microtransactions in, you still would have lost that 1 million, but made up the
Yeah.
difference. And it's like, and that's basically what they told investors, and I'm just sat here like, Jesus Christ, first off, that's incredibly intelligent. Well done, EA.
Well done, you.
But
well
secondly, no!
done. Hey, Shanghai underwater. So honestly, Disney's.
Choices are horrid. Ubisoft and Activision are some shit choices. I'd say Ubisoft could do good, because they're very good at making action games.
Yeah.
Activision Blizzard, I would say no, because they're just as aggressive. They are probably next to EA in terms of aggressive monetization.
Well, Activision's never really been like my.
Ubisoft
favourite
knows
company.
when to reel it in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whoa, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, like with Assassin's Creed, they changed the formula in quite a few of those games actually to, you know.
It's like
new
Ubisoft
releases.
does do like aggressive monetization, but they also know when not to,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
which they are somewhat good at.
No microtransactions are coming into the game no matter what.
Yeah, that's Anthem's gonna have microtransactions.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, is that to buy new
it's-
sets of armor?
It's
and
an
all
EA
that shit?
game.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
When Need for Speed Payback became quite literally pay to win,
Shit, I remember that.
you know, it's gonna have them. Which is sad because Anthem could probably be a good game.
Well, that's the thing. I think Anthem is going to be a great game, but it's going to be a lot of open space with not much to do. Other than, you know, customization for your Iron Man armor.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is where the monetization is going to come in.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, you know, I actually looked this up because I was bored one day, actually.
Of course.
And I looked up first
Really?
party
You were
games.
bored one day.
And Microsoft is leaning on games as a service heavily.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Forza has them,
Oh, yeah, okay.
you know. Sea of Thieves is going to have them. You know,
Pipe up.
generally non-invasive, but still they're there.
Okay.
You know, they're not as invasive as EA. But they are there. But the thing is, I looked at Sony, and Sony does it too. Like Gran Turismo Sport had a lot of them.
Oh yeah, okay.
What else? Can't think of much else that had them. But then I looked at Nintendo, and to my surprise, and I say surprise because of a couple of things. To my surprise, they have never released a game that you had to pay for that also had microtransactions in it.
Wait, really?
Yeah. All the games that they've had microtransactions in were free to play.
What? Okay.
So stuff like Pokemon Shuffle, Pokemon Rumble World, Pokemon Go, Fire Emblem Heroes, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the occasional free-to-play thing on 3DS. That was it. And I was just like, wait. Surely not. Because then I look at stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, for instance, which has the randomized you got a blade system, and it's like, that is such an easy place that any other publisher would put microtransactions in. But they didn't. And I look at Splatoon 2 with how you unlock gear, and how it's a randomized roll, and how you could potentially tie some of that to microtransactions very, very easily.
Yeah.
And they didn't. Twice. And how you had stuff like unlocking arms in ARMS. That could have been tied to microtransactions. But it's not. Super Mario Odyssey and the costumes.
Oh my god, well, Super Mario Odyssey, yeah, I would totally imagine, especially with like the pin pal.
No, people were genuinely surprised, like, wait, there are costumes you unlock in this game?
And you don't pay
And
for
you
it?
don't pay for them? You just collect the coins and there you go? And I was like, yeah.
Be the difference.
I was like, the game even has its own special currency, the purple coins, that you don't pay for.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just sat there watching like,
It's not that hard.
what the shit?
Wow. So some developers know what they're doing.
Yeah, some people know what they're doing, and their name tends to be Nintendo. No, but that's just it. Like, that's just
Wow.
one of those weird things that all I can say is cool, I guess. You know.
In the chat we got, when I see people say Sony should be the one to make Star Wars games, well, it's great for PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's great for PlayStation, all the rest of us.
That's about it.
You know, the rest of us kind of don't get that luxury.
Was it E? No, it wasn't EA who did the first two Battlefronts.
No.
As in the original.
You mean the good ones?
Yeah, the good ones, yeah.
No,
I
I
don't think it was EA. That was,
I'd like to see Disney give Factor 5 the license back, now that Factor 5 is doing it again.
yeah.
Because they made the Rogue Squadron games, and good stuff.
Oh, wait, as in the GameCube?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love those. I've got the third one, Rebel Strike. That's so much fun. Oh my god, that is like a brilliant simulator.
Here's the thing, Disney's going to expect certain returns, though.
Yeah.
But Disney is also very brand conscious, as EA has found out. So, yeah, I'm sure if they're gonna move it away from EA, so we actually get maybe more than one Star Wars game every 2 years,
Well, Disney's not above, paying the media to accept shit. So.
or just buying Fox.
Yeah, that's that's just buy Fox. It's fine.
Hey, that means that technically in the next Kingdom Hearts game we could have Alien
Oh, I love that idea. And then you could have Predator.
or The Omen.
And then two could fight each other. They should
My
make
God.
a movie on that. Or maybe don't, because that's a shitty idea.
Maybe don't, because I have no concept of Hollywood.
Seriously, those two films were stupid.
Telling me.
Especially as, at first, I thought they were canon.
I mean, they could be.
Well, it like explained the
If you-
creation of the aliens.
If you stretch your imagination a little bit.
Yeah. Although I never understood the idea of Alien vs Predator, because they're both aliens and they both hunt, so they're both predators.
Here's the
I
thing,
think Disney.
I know Durfee said LucasArts, but Disney's not actually in the business of making games themselves anymore.
No, they get other people to do that, and then they
Yeah,
take the
because
credit for it.
after Disney Infinity,
Oh, with their amiibo shit.
oh, I loved that so much.
That was.
They
we
take-
will never run out of amiibo.
It's like, we think the amiibo situation is disgraceful. We will never run out of stock, so when anyone who wants a Disney Infinity figure can buy one. So let's oversaturate the market.
Let's make it so that they're not important whatsoever. You just
Let's
have
make it so
whatever,
there's-
whenever.
Let's make it so there's so many of them they can't sell. And it's like, well, You guys
Shut up,
learned.
You officially fucked yourselves.
And it was just as they were getting to the good Disney characters too.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
when I say Disney Infinity, what I mean is Star Wars and Pixar Infinity.
Yeah, well, they did Marvel as well. But
Yeah.
Unless
it's
you
like-
bought Spider-Man and Iron Man, nobody cared. It
Pretty much,
was-
And I'm just like,
Or Baby
okay,
Groot.
that was cool. Lego Dimensions has ended.
Yeah, that's... They
Uh,
stopped after doing the 80s vibe. So they did
Skylanders-
Beetlejuice, Back to the Future, all that sort of stuff.
They
did Powerpuff
Skylanders is on hiatus, but the developers for those games were making the Crash remakes.
I was about to say, I thought Crash Bandicoot would bring it back for them.
No, it didn't.
Did it not?
And if the rumor of a Spyro remake is
remastered.
coming, well, that just pretty much seals it for Skylanders. Like, Skylanders is dead. Next.
Yeah. Next game with Spyro, please.
Yep. So I'm just like, well, Skylanders is done. Just like, okay, that just leaves Amiibo.
That's about it.
And it's like, congratulations, Nintendo, you won that one. By doing this thing called not flooding the damn market.
Yeah, yeah. There's wanting to sell well, and then there's not knowing how to market.
And then there's oversaturating.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't force it in people's face.
I think it's been people saying, why didn't Nintendo stock Amiibo better at the start? And it's like, well, let's see, they were coming on, let's see, that would have been 2014. Alongside the release of Smash Brothers for Wii U. Now, that last word there will tell you exactly why they didn't release so many of
Wii U.
them. Because that would have been the year they also had to buy back Wii U stock because it wasn't selling.
Yeah.
So if you're taking financial losses for the first time ever
You're not
in
gonna
that
wanna,
year,
you know,
and you have
oversaturate.
a product that you overstocked that didn't sell well,
You're not going to do that shit again.
you're not gonna flood the market with a product in a completely new market that you've never done before that you're not sure how's gonna sell. You know, that's
Yeah,
like,
that's par for the course.
you're not gonna be a fucking idiot. Which, hilarious enough, is also what they did with the Nintendo Switch, and then they realised pretty quick, oh, that's a dumb idea. It's
Well,
like,
they
we
had a safety
thought
net.
we thought 10 million in a year, they actually said this recently, we thought 10 million in a year would be incredible and almost unattainable, and it's like, well, you just sold
They
14
did-
million,
Yeah, they did-
you've sold about 15 million in 9 months. just, you know, don't doubt yourself sometimes, guys.
Oh dear. Talking the company that made...
Someone said Labo will replace Amiibo. I mean, they can
What?
coexist.
Okay.
I mean, they just announced more Amiibo for Pearl and Marina from Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Nintendo Labo is its own thing, though.
That thing looks so cool.
It does.
Oh, it's so
And they've shown
cool.
off even more of it, and it's like, stop, please.
Just
It's
take
like
my money.
for the
I'm
for the
throwing my
for the
wallet.
motorcycle one, you can drift, you can do all this other kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and then you've got a course creator. You can make water courses.
what
You
was
can
the
you can-
piano and shit as
the
well?
piano.
Oh, man.
You can get little cutout cards to actually play songs.
Yeah. I want the Transformer.
The
I
giant
want the
robot,
oh,
because you
that
can
looks
fly.
amazing.
You can do drill kicks as a 2-player fighting
Proper
mode.
Transformer simulator.
No, but the motorbike one, it's got this little scanning gun, and
What?
you can scan anything, and it makes the terrain in the world a track out of what you scanned. Like they showed it with someone's hand. They scanned someone's hand with the IR camera,
What, did it make like a track out of the
Yeah.
outline? Oh, that's sick.
and it imprints the hand onto the terrain. It's like,
That's so cool.
so I didn't think it would be this deep.
Damn.
But no, there we go. Nintendo Labo has managed to win me over just because I'm a programming dork.
Yes. And you look at that stuff and go, that is.
And I look at the giant robot and I go, please.
I was like, come on, I've been asking for this for years, come on.
If I have the money to buy the stuff anyway. 'Cause it comes
Oh,
out
that's going
April
to be extortionate. It's only cardboard, but that is
April
gonna be...
27th comes out.
That's my birthday! You know what to get me.
Great, I have no money.
Okay, I'll buy it, and I'll say it's from you.
Fair enough.
How sad, I'm buying you birthday presents to give to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Depends,
bad
depends how
out.
much money I get from Universal Credit, and so far it doesn't look like much, but you know, we'll see.
It's cool, but... we need to figure out something for Chris's birthday.
We do.
We're gonna get it. Oh, drunk Mario Party.
Oh yeah, we've got to do Mario Party again.
How about drunk Dark
Against my better
with
judgment.
Chris, drunk Dark Souls.
No, I'd rather not.
No, I
Take-
quite,
take-
I quite like my liver where it is.
Take a shot every time you die.
What? What?
It's like, take a shot every time you die. Can I not?
Take a shot every time you get shot.
No, that's PUBG.
Oh, we'd be screwed. We'd be officially screwed in the ass.
Yeah. I like
Zombie
living.
map. How many people leave the server if they are the zombie?
I don't know.
Like, how often does that happen?
Sorry, going back to Amiibos really quick. It was also really cool because, you know, it's compatible with the gamepad and other games and shit. So it actually gave you a reason to collect specific ones as well.
Because they're used in more than one game. Like in
Like
Bayonetta
Breath
2,
of the
for
Wild
instance,
and
that
shit.
just came out. Like, you can scan any amiibo from the Smash line and you get a little quip from Smash Brothers
Oh, yeah.
about how Bayonetta's in that and how Rodan wants to be in it.
I can remember that.
If you scan any Mario amiibo thing, he has a little reference to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Fudge.
Oh, fudgesicles.
Collect those last two and... Oh, never mind.
No, I'll just grab the ring and then we'll do the level. If you scan a
dear.
Splatoon one, he mentions the Acropolis and Sheldon and how he wants to make weapons with him. If you
Nice.
scan a Zelda one, they mention Hyrule.
Not bad.
If you scan a Star Fox one, he mentions Slippy Toad. If you scan a Samus amiibo, he mentions how Samus flew by. And he thinks she's incredibly badass. Yeah, it's like all these kind of cool things. Just random. Totally didn't need to be there, but they are.
It's nice little,
Yes.
little love letters.
It's just
I
one
do
of those
like
things.
stuff like that, where it shows the developers really, you know, gave a shit about it.
Well, Hideki Kamiya on Twitter, he got sick of people asking about will Bayonetta 2 and 3 come to PS4 and stuff. And he basically got so sick of it that he explained the development process behind all 3 games.
Oh, really?
And he basically explains, like, okay, Bayonetta 1 was originally going to be Xbox 360 only.
Okay.
And then Sony Sega ended up making a PS3 port against their better judgment of their own accord. And then when it came to Bayonetta 2, it was always going to be multi-platform. But circumstances at Sega, i.e. money, changed, so the project was effectively canned until Nintendo came in and finished funding.
Oh, I
And because
see.
of that, Nintendo owns Bayonetta 2 alongside Sega.
Okay.
And then
alongside Sega.
Yeah, and that's when they made the Wii U port of Bayonetta 1 and made Bayonetta 2 Wii U exclusive because Nintendo effectively came in and saved the project. You know, that was stuff we already knew.
That explains the DLC costume.
And he said specifically Nintendo and Sega own Bayonetta 3. Not Bayonetta 3, Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
And then he explained how Nintendo let them use, for the PC port of Bayonetta 1, because that is completely owned by Sega, Nintendo let them use the Japanese voice track they created for the PC port,
Oh.
which was nice, because apparently Bayonetta 1 didn't have that initially. They made it for the Wii U version, then Nintendo said, yeah, you can use whatever version of Bayonetta 1 you want. I was like, okay, cool. And Bayonetta 1 is completely down to Sega, because Sega's owned that. But like Nintendo published it on Nintendo systems and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Bayonetta 2 is owned by Sega and Nintendo, and then they said for Bayonetta 3, we just went straight to Nintendo. And it's like,
Nice.
wow, you just fucking got to the chase on that one,
yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
And he's like, and Nintendo wholly owns Bayonetta 3.
Wow, okay. So I assume there's going to be Zelda costumes and stuff again. Well, Link costumes.
Yeah. And so he basically said, yeah, Bayonetta 2's never coming to any other console because Nintendo part owns that, and Bayonetta 3 won't because they just straight up said Nintendo can have it. I was like, oh, well, that's...
Alright, well, trusted developer.
Yeah, well, it's like, trusted fucking publisher. Like, Jesus Christ, no one else wanted to fucking fund Bayonetta 2.
Oh god, yeah. And it became a huge success.
Yeah, to the point Platinum basically turned around for Bayonetta 3 and said, okay, we'll go with you. Because you let us do whatever the hell we wanted.
And you know what? It paid off.
It did pay off, because Bayonetta 2 is great.
Bayonetta 2 is a good game. I love the combos you can get in it.
You know, that's what I call logical business sense.
However, most development companies don't seem to know what they're doing.
Basically, the game was going to be canned, and then Nintendo said no.
We might be onto something here.
It's like, you guys have something, and you're not entirely sure if you're aware of it yet.
So, did Bayonetta end up being in Smash? 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
remember. Oh yeah, she did. She was in
She was the
Brawl.
last, she was the last DLC
Not
character in
Brawl,
Smash 4.
It's 4, yeah. Was it Brawl? Was the toys, wasn't it? When they were all being turned into statues. Sorry.
That's all of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because the first one was when they were toys. Second one, I don't remember the story behind that. It was Crazy Hand, wasn't it?
Hideki Kamiya basically just turned around and said it would have to be Nintendo's decision to put it on PS4, guys.
Nintendo.
Ask Nintendo.
Nintendo is not my problem. Ow. You missed. Oh, dude. Oh, damn it.
I will get that. So yeah, that's how Bayonetta 3 came to be a thing. They just went straight to Nintendo. Like they cut the shit and just said, "Will you guys fund this?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Nice one.
Basically, Platinum knows they go to Nintendo to let them do whatever the hell they want,
As long as it's good.
and just give them an endless conveyor belt of money. And you know what? I can understand Platinum wanting to do that after Microsoft cancelled Scalebound.
What?
Oh yeah, Microsoft cancelled Scalebound early last year. So Platinum in response basically went to Nintendo and said, "Can we make Bayonetta 3?" It's like, yeah.
Wait, which one was that? Remind me.
That was the one with the dragon. The dragon.
Oh, the little green one.
And the dude with the headphones on who was trying to fight dragons and do all this other kind of good shit.
He was it E3, wasn't it?
Yeah, so several E3s and then they canned it early last year.
Oh, damn.
That apparently seriously bummed them out because that was like a passion project.
Just something they enjoyed the thought of.
Yeah, and Microsoft canned it. And it's like, well,
Microsoft have no fun.
Microsoft has no games. Just objectively. Like...
well, that's not true. There's Minecraft.
No, but that's the thing.
You rest your case.
It's like, in terms of like exclusives, eh? And every time they have an exclusivity, it gets delayed. Crackdown. State
Oh
of
my
Decay.
god, Crackdown. Yeah.
Or-
Is it Crackdown 3?
It gets cancelled. Scalebound. Yeah, Crackdown 3.
Damn, that's going to be such a good game.
I mean, the only ones that are remotely consistent are Halo, Gears of War, and Forza. That's it.
You mean Gears of War, the franchise that, you know, in a world where games gradually get better, decides not to change the formula at all?
In a world where games get better, decides not to get better.
It's nice to see one that didn't get the memo. In all honesty, I've only played Gears of War 3, and I saw someone play the first two. I was bored. Like, genuinely, I didn't even realise I was at the end of the game.
Do I think
And
Nintendo would
did
just
finally
buy...
fuck up.
Do I think Nintendo would just buy Bayonetta IP from Sega? Probably. Sega's not doing anything with it.
It is rumoured that there's a Fable game.
Whoa! Really?
Oh,
Fable
no.
4? Or remastered? Or...
Well, you know, Fable was never really that good.
Well...
What's that? I just killed somebody, but I ate some tofu. That's how it is and you know it.
Fuck you. We don't talk about that. Chris is a massive Fable fan. Well, Fable 2 anyway. I quite like Fable 2.
No one likes Fable 3.
No, Fable 3 sucked.
Nah, good, we're all in agreement on that.
However, what would you have done? Would you have saved the town? Would you have had 1,000 gold? Or would you have saved the dog?
I'm gonna say the dog.
Fuck yeah. You know, the whole town would have outlived him by, like, a lifetime. But still. It's a good dog, man. It's a good dog.
Yeah, pretty much where I stand.
Oh, damn it. What was the game where you had to, like... There was all these doors with, like, baby faces on it, and you had to sacrifice a load of hearts or something.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, was it Fable 2 where you had to sacrifice your wife in order to get, like, the best sword in the game?
Yes.
Damn it. I remember that.
Like, oh, you gotta kill her. Why?
You gotta kill her. Why? Well, how else are you gonna be a god?
Of questionable morality. And when you're done, just eat some tofu. Like,
Hey, Skyrim, always bring a packed lunch.
pretty much.
What's that, Alduin? Hold on, I gotta eat this potato.
Yep.
Be the star. Bethesda, what are you doing here? All you had was Skyrim again, Fallout 4 again, a card game that nobody asked for. That was about it.
That was about it, yeah.
So, thanks for coming. See you next year when hopefully you'll probably have a remastered Skyrim.
I'm waiting for Skyrim Remastered to come out on Switch. Even though
That's gonna
Skyrim
be
Special
fucking
Edition is
awesome.
already on Switch.
Yeah. All the fucking DLCs and shit. Do you want to play Skyrim again?
Hi.
Here's more of it!
My name's Hod Towered, and you can buy Skyrim right now on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god, I'll see if I can find it once more. Do you remember the game Fee?
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, there was a guy on the internet who was reviewing E3, and it was he was watching that guy introduce Fee, and he was like crying and stuff.
Yeah, I would be too if I was on EA's stage and I'm an indie studio and I realised
mentioned a game titled Fee.
if I was on EA's stage and I was an indie developer, I'd be fucking crying too, because I know that my studio's in back of a shotgun if I don't perform.
But he was just like, it did this really sad, somber music as he was like, I'm a struggling developer in Sweden, and I really just want to make games and make people happy. And it had this like really somber music, and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Fee." And the narration just goes, "You made a game titled Fee? Fuck your dreams, pal."
Man, that game's really good.
What is it?
Came
is it
out,
a side scroller?
No, it's a 3D platformer.
Oh,
Came out
nice.
a couple days ago on everything.
Plus to be fair, if you think $120 in there.
Oh yeah, Game Pass is great until it fucks over the retailers.
There's one game my friend's a hybrid for.
Whoop.
Oh, your friend is hyped for. What's that?
Is it called Sea of Thieves?
Oil in the...
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. The second Ori game, yes. That
Yeah.
Microsoft showed off in the 2-hour-long E3. Here's a Porsche you can't own. Buy the Xbox One X, it's cheaper.
Introducing the Porsche 911. This presentation is a 911.
Well, no, it's like, hey, did you guys know the Xbox One X will retail for $500 US?
Oh yeah, they announced
Now.
that at the last second. didn't
No, they announced that pretty early on in the conference, and then they turned around and said, now here's this Porsche 911 that you can't possibly own. Doesn't the Xbox One X look cheaper? That's pretty much why they did it.
Yeah. Just look at the shiny car. You want a shiny car, don't you?
Well, yes, but you can't drive.
Here's the X-Bone.
Here's this car you can't possibly own. Cool! What am I
Bone X.
what am I going to do with this? And the
Have
answer
enough
was
money for
never
this
clear.
Porsche. Buy an Xbox as well.
If you have enough money for this Porsche, you can buy an Xbox One X. Please? We need it.
Please. Just buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it.
And it needs more Hypnotoad. Right, I missed
I
the
think
word.
Reggie is Hypnotoad. Still want his amiibo.
Never gonna happen.
Oh, dude. If only. I swear, like, Nintendo's... If they ever did do that, they'd only make, like, 5 of them.
And they're all for staff.
Yeah. Yeah, none of them get shipped, and they're like, "Yeah, we sent those out. It's don't look at my desk." Oh, you do need to laser the ball. Hey.
Boop, boop, boop.
Especially since now the AM2R is now working on it.
Hey, dude.
Love how both Sony and Microsoft.
Show generic car racing game.
Whoa!
Cars, sports.
No, to be fair, Forza looks more interesting than
Any of
Gran
those.
Turismo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sports.
TV, sports.
Yeah, cars.
COD.
Call of Duty.
Although for Sony's conference you can now go COD, VR. Here's games you showed 3 years ago again, still not getting a release date.
There was a guy on the internet talking about, do you remember Call of Duty Dog? And everyone was super hyped because it had a dog.
Realistic fish hair.
Realistic fish.
That was a thing.
Nemo looks so real.
I've never been so disappointed in how people choose to market a game.
Realistic fish hair.
Realistic fish hair was a genuine thing they tried to market.
Yeah.
I think that was for Ghosts. Which,
Oh god, it was, yeah.
Which explains just about everything.
Can I just explain the plot of Ghosts a minute? So
Yeah, sure.
you are a guerrilla unit who sneaks into places and kills the enemy silently. So naturally, level 1 is you blowing up a building and shooting everyone in sight. And that's the game.
You know what?
It sells, man. It sells. To like 14-year-olds.
That on premise alone would sell itself. Alright, this red ring sucks, but we're gonna...
Oh, you have to aim just right. And you miss. Or did you?
I did.
Try the new sushi factory. Now with fish.
Available now at the Bucket of Sushi. Now with fish.
Wait, what?
Oh, well, there's that one.
Hey.
See what I'm going to do?
Oh, because now you know
Don't
where it
worry, it's in glorious 4K 60 frames per second. Yay. 4K.
is. Yeah.
I remember when they first revealed the PS4 Pro, they had Mark Cerny's incredibly relaxing voice on this live stream showing like, hey, you could buy our Sony branded 4K TVs, please, because it's one part of our business that's sinking. Please buy them. You know, it was like you could see the true benefits of this game in 4K. It's like, here it is running on
4K.
PS4. Here it is running on PS4 Pro. And I was like, great. You're showing us these 4K TVs and stuff and how much better the game looks on a live stream that's at 1080p. Just for a moment, Sony, take a second to realise what you just did. You just tried to sell people on something that's visual without the ability to show them what it was they were buying. Just...
You know what? I'm fucking proud of that.
No, it's fucking ballsy, I'll leave that much.
It is definitely ballsy. Did you see their the Minecraft presentation for E3?
Yes.
Where they had it on iPads.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, I got an achievement on a PC playing Minecraft. It's like, wow, you totally didn't just do that here. I'm convinced. Where is my wallet, darling?
The PSX 2017 thing was pre-ASMR. yeah, it was, because they announced fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, we've got these games coming out in 3 months, we're not going to give you a release date for. It's like, thanks. We've been hearing about them for 2 fucking years, you're going to give us a date or not? You said early 2017. You know, it'd be nice.
Here we are, 20.
You know, here we are now, and you still haven't told us a date for, like, these games that are coming out in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Can you, like...
Hurry
Stop
up.
showing us the same shit again and trying to convince us it's a good idea and just tell us when it's coming out so we can all be cynical.
You know, I was really hyped for the Spider-Man game. As you know, I'm like fucking obsessed with that shit.
Yes.
And I had a look on their website because I was trying to see, you know, is there a release date been announced yet? They said it's not coming anytime soon.
Sometime 2018, that's all we know.
Sometime 2018.
Yep.
So I thought they also said 2017, but you know. I mean, I want the game to be good.
Don't worry, it's gonna be at 3 E3 conferences in a row.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they showed it off in 2016, then they showed it off again in 2017,
It's,
which was mostly
beyond this year.
which was mostly E3 2016 again.
yeah. Destiny 2. Oh yeah, by the way, who cares?
And then they had Paris Games Week a couple months later, which was mostly E3 2017 again,
Yeah.
which was E3 2016 again. Then they had PSX at the end of the year that was Paris Games Week again. So it's like, congratulations, you've just effectively had the same conference 4 times in a row.
Pretty much.
It takes a special kind of skill to pull that off. And to have people
Shit.
in the audience literally bowing down to you.
Yeah.
That gif. Yeah, you know what, next PSX, if I even bother to fucking watch it, because let's be honest, last year I was just watching the Twitter feeds and I was like, wow, this is the most boring thing. Congratulations, you're talking about how well Horizon is sold. Great.
Well done.
Oh, and then Sony fans are coming out saying, oh yeah, you know, you weren't meant to expect game releases, and it's like game announcements, and it's like, it's called the PlayStation Experience, where they invite fans to try games.
Yeah, and all you did was...
I would expect games.
all you did was try E3 again, basically.
And it's like, you shouldn't expect like game announcements and stuff, and it's like, PlayStation Experience. In the name. They invited fans.
PlayStation.
They sold tickets. I wasn't expecting the PlayStation Investors Experience.
The PlayStation section of the E3 event.
the PS3 section, the PlayStation section of E3 is going to be fight against Nintendo's again.
Oh.
And Microsoft has a tiny section in one of the other halls. God damn it!
Dude, you suck at this.
I do. My life is a lie.
That's it, chop it.
Yeah, but like, I don't get what they were thinking with
No, I don't.
their conferences. You know what they should have done? Right, here's what Sony's problem was with that. You have the first 6 months of the year, then you have E3 in June, you have Gamescom in August, Tokyo Game Show in September, Paris Games Week in October, and PlayStation Experience in December.
Yeah.
That is a lot of conferences in a 6-month window
Yeah, and it's hard to maintain people's excitement.
without having to show the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to give them something to work with.
Whereas, you know, Microsoft just has E3
Mm.
and Gamescom. And then Nintendo has Nintendo Directs, which are spaced throughout the year.
Yeah.
And then there's E3 in the middle. And it's like, that works. What Microsoft does works because they don't have anything to show. But what Sony does is have 6 months of nothing and just Twitter announcements,
And then the same shit.
and then 6 months of conferences where they're not going to have much new to show after the first one because not enough time has passed between each conference. So
Yeah,
what they're doing
exactly.
is they'll maybe show 1 or 2 new things in every conference, but then the rest of it is just retreading stuff they've already shown previously in that 6-month window.
Yeah, basically.
Which, yes, Nintendo Directs do as well, but Directs are so spaced apart that you can have some overlap, some new details on a game. Wow, really? But those new details are surrounded by loads of new stuff that's coming out in like 2 months' time. And then when just about as they're about to come out, you get a reminder that they're coming out, and loads of new things. That's how that kind of rolls.
Yeah.
You know, that works. But the 6-month, here's everything, hope you like seeing the same stuff again.
Want to know when the... want to know. Show the PS5. Say
But people will
Sony
bow
won.
down. Yeah. The PS5 will, I don't know, I think 2020 at this point.
Mm. Is it going to be any different?
No. Let's be 100% honest, right?
PS4 was the hype
So,
they could do.
Sony's chief hardware architect, Mark Cerny, who has a very ASMR voice. That man should do radio.
Is he good?
Oh, he has a very nice voice. Also very fluent in Japanese.
Really? Damn.
Basically, his philosophy for making hardware is that there should be a significant, like, 5 times jump from the previous generation to the next generation.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, the jump from the PS2 to the PS3 was fucking enormous.
Oh, that was amazing.
Like, we're never going to get a jump like that again, ever.
No, no.
But here's the thing.
Well,
The PS2
Wii U to Switch.
was working in, let's say in computational terms, it was in maybe a gigaflop of power.
Mm.
And then it was like 500 times that for the PS3. And then you go to the PS4, which goes up to 1.8 teraflops, right? And then it's like,
Yeah.
okay. Really? But then, you got to ask yourself, okay, so if he's going to maintain this philosophy, the PS5 has got to be like...
It's got to be so advanced.
There's got to be like strapping 5 PS4s together.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that, is that every generation that goes by and that philosophy maintains, the increase is going to get bigger and bigger every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you're not yourself
you're not going from
every single time.
100 gigaflops to 500 gigaflops to 2 teraflops. You're then going to 10, and then 50, and then 200.
Yeah.
And then it's like, at which point it becomes unsustainable. It's like that mentality will have to stop. And honestly,
Eventually.
you look at the difference between the PS3 and the PS4, and it's like, wow, we're about to hit that glass ceiling. It's like every jump is getting bigger, and that glass ceiling is not getting further away.
No.
So you're going to
No,
constantly whack
exactly.
yourselves. From Wii U to Switch, not so much, but from 3DS to Switch, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one.
Motherfucking Jesus Christ.
You cannot make this jump.
No, I can't. Could have got 37 lives. But like, here's what I think's gonna throw a spanner in the works. Sony did the PS4 Pro, which I think is one of their worst designed things ever, because okay, there's this thing called Moore's law in computing,
What's that?
where the size of a processor, graphics, or CPU, it usually applies to CPU.
That can't be too big.
No, when it gets double in power, it gets half the size.
Oh, I see.
So you get more in less space. That's Moore's law, and that is actually true. That is what happens.
Xbox One.
But what they did is like the Wii U to the Switch. The Switch is smaller than the Wii U and more powerful. The Xbox One X to the Xbox One S even is smaller and significantly more powerful. The PS4 Pro to the PS4 is fucking huge. And it's like, you're the only company to have managed to do that. Managed to take the concept of the better hardware is smaller
Yeah.
and say no. And what makes it really bad is if you look at what's inside the PS4 Pro, there's barely any hardware design there.
Really?
Yeah, like the Xbox One X is like vapor cooling. It's got its own new. It's got a brand new CPU. It's got all this fancy stuff going on inside it with the GPU. It's got all this kind of cool stuff. It's got new kinds of RAM. It's got new, slightly new architecture. Right, all good. PS4 Pro is the same CPU that's in the PS4, just overclocked, which is not a good idea. And then it's got a significantly bigger GPU, and to compensate that, a significantly larger heatsink.
Oh.
That's it. They literally just took it and put more in. But the problem is, on the PS4 and the Xbox One, it's already well documented, the CPU is a bottleneck. Like, that is not a good CPU for what the rest of the system is doing. You know, it holds it back.
Yeah.
So just having the exact same CPU but overclocking it, while increasing the GPU even more, is just widening the gap. So no one can fully use the PS4 Pro, and even then, even if they could, they couldn't because it's tied to the PS4. In that all PS4 Pro games also had to run on PS4.
Yeah, I see.
So you've got that problem. And it's like, well...
It's a sandwich.
Can I put some... No, the PS4 Pro is a Big Mac. You know, I hope Sony doesn't think anything can sell, because from the PS3 generation they should have learned that slapping the name PlayStation on something does not equal money.
No, I've noticed that quite a lot.
Because they had stuff like the PS Move, where it's like, hey look, it's a PlayStation version of a Wiimote. It's got PlayStation on it. What do you mean it didn't sell?
PlayStation
And then they
VR.
had like the Wonder Book, which, yes, I only remember because I saw a tech demo of it at a university.
PlayStation Playroom. Does anyone ever use that?
Nope. And then they were like the PSP Go. It's like, it's got PlayStation on it. It'll sell. No, it didn't. And then they had like the PS Vita. It's got PlayStation on it. It'll sell. No, it didn't. And it's just like this constant trend. In fact, they had this thing called PS Mobile, which I only found out about when they gave the 6 months notice it was closing. In fact, that's where most people, even Sony fans, found out about it. It's like, wait a minute, what?
Wow.
This is the most advertising you've ever given this thing.
I remember you telling me about the what was the advertisement they did for game sharing? To say, here's how you do it on an Xbox, and it was like all these transactions and shit.
Yeah.
And then they like just passed the game to each other, and then didn't go with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So yes, you can share a game on PS4 and now Xbox One by doing that.
The
Somewhat. Here's the thing. Yes, you can just give your friend your copy of, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank, and they can play it. Problem. That's a disc on a PS4. Which means that the disc installs to the hard drive. Because it's significantly faster than the Blu-ray.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what that means is, when you buy a physical game on PS4 or Xbox One, the disc is effectively worthless. It's just there to unlock the game.
It's just to say that you have it.
Yeah, it's just there to unlock the game when you put the disc in if you want to start it. It's got a little bit of data on it that exists solely to say, hey, he still owns this game, he can still play it off the hard drive.
You've
That's-
wasted 15 lives, by the way. Sorry, go on.
Okay. You know, that's all it's there for. And I was like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. You know, Blu-rays are by no means fast. The PS3 is a testament to that. Like, load times of any game that's on PS3 and Xbox 360, the PS3 version will take significantly longer to load.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a thing, and it's like, okay, great. But here's the problem. Yes, you just gave your friend your disc. But now you technically have...
Now you can't play it.
You have this game on your hard drive, it is right there, the entire game is there, but you can't play it. And it's like, well, that's
Pointless.
defeating the point.
Fuck it, Sony. You had one job. Hey! Now just go underwater, or are you just going to finish this first?
Do, 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 do.
This is the part where you die. And all of this has been for nothing.
Ooh.
Well, Sony are amazing.
Oh yeah, they make good games, that's about it. Like, the hardware choices, I will forever find things to poke fun at.
Yep. Yeah, I will give you that.
Like, someone at Sony thought the cell architecture for the PS3 was a good idea.
What?
It's like, yes, let's custom make a CPU architecture. That'll go well. Oh, but it got better. It got better. They turned around and said, hey, let's have NVIDIA do the GPU. It's like, okay, now let's have the CPU massively outclass the GPU, creating that bottleneck problem again.
Yeah.
And then let's have, instead of like every other system ever, like the Wii and the Xbox 360 at the time, of having like 512 megabytes of RAM in one unified pool.
Yeah.
And if you need more for the CPU, you just assign more for the CPU. If you need more for the GPU, you just assign more for the GPU. Right?
Yeah, okay.
That's how it works now as well. Like, if you have a pool of RAM and you assign as you need to.
Oh, okay.
On PS3, you had 512 megabytes of RAM, yes. But you only ever had you only ever had half of it for the GPU and half of it for the CPU.
Right.
So if you were porting a game from the 360, not only did you have that weird architecture, but if you needed 300 megabytes of RAM for your CPU, you couldn't do that. There wasn't enough. And it was non-transferable. But then, it got even better. The two different pools of RAM ran at different speeds.
Wait, what? So they weren't even helping each other?
Nope, they ran at different speeds, which is wrong. Go downstairs. So it's like,
Oh
hey,
my God.
congratulations. You know, you have a different architecture from the competition, which is a problem in of itself. You have, instead of one unified pool of RAM they can assign as they need to, you have the same amount of RAM, but split in half, directly down the middle. So if they needed more than half the RAM for the CPU on the Xbox 360, they can't do that on
couldn't do
PS3. Which meant even more redesigning,
Yeah.
not including what was around the CPU. You had the Blu-ray problem.
Oh,
Yeah, for some reason you can't jump on that section.
yeah, that's dumb.
But then the two pools ran around at different speeds. Like, what fucking dickhead designed this?
Oh, for fuck's sake. So
And then they
can't
had the
counter each
balls
other.
to do all that stuff, do all this custom stuff. It cost $1,200 to make one PS3 at launch,
What?
and they sold it for half price. And then they turned around and said, you remember how when the Xbox One was coming out? Sarah downstairs. How the Xbox One was coming out, and then they turned around and said, hey, if you don't have a good enough internet connection, we have a console for you. It's called the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
They turned around at the PS3 launch and said, hey, if you can't afford it, get a second job.
What?
Oh
Where's
yeah.
that guy chasing you?
How about you go downstairs?
Downstairs, madam.
Bye. Love you.
Go sit in the bed.
No.
No, downstairs.
Go away. Shoo.
Down. Yeah.
Cartridges are fast via dem game card stuff.
It's not working.
Yeah, cartridges are fast now. Like, really fast.
I had a packet.
Like, flash storage is pretty much the way forward at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Saren, go away.
I actually did hear a pack.
Saren, leave.
Oh.
Go. Schnell, Sieben Sie Act. Away with ye.
Come on, downstairs.
This level's easy, thank God.
Yeah, this isn't too bad, you know, auto scroller.
I love Sonic.
Congratulations!
Well done, you.
Can't play Sonic Mania though, can you?
Oh, I saw your post. Not as easy as you thought.
No, not as easy as I thought.
No, I can't possibly think why.
Yeah, I need
Titanic
to
Monarch.
one.
Did you even get that far?
No, actually no.
No.
Darn it.
I put my cover properly like the
Saren.
rest of the covers on the
Saren.
sofa.
Saren.
Mm.
Saren. Downstairs.
Or just playing.
Or just get out of my hair.
There is that option.
That works
Yeah.
too.
We might need to go invest in some lives.
Yeah, well, 100 rings don't get you lives in this game.
Damn it. Stab myself.
Life is not worth living. Even the two different reasons.
Yeah, okay.
They lost a lot more than money during the PS3 generation. They lost most of their business.
Pretty much, yeah.
Really, that's selling pretty well.
Are they?
80 million or so.
Nice.
One last thing. That chocolate makes me go crazy.
Well, you're already nuts, so don't
Not
stress
much
yourself.
change.
Now, what did I say? Go. Yeah, it's just PS3 was fine, unless you were a
It was
developer.
okay.
At which point, it was not fine. It was the worst
Bane of your existence.
possible fucking thing they could have done.
Nice recovery.
That's one way to do it.
That was fucking cool.
Because for no inexplicable reason could I make that jump off the spring.
You haven't passed a checkpoint in a while, so try not to die here. Hey, these blocks from colours. Remember that game? Nice. So what's Nintendo doing at the minute?
Switch, Labo, making good games. General rule of thumb. Porting over the entire Wii U's library because nobody bought a Wii U. Well, 13.5 million people did, but now more people bought a Switch, which means their actions are justified.
Fair play.
Because everyone was saying, you don't know if everyone who owns a Switch didn't own a Wii U. It's like, well, now there's more Switches than Wii U's. So I'm pretty confident there are now
Yeah,
people who own a
fairly
Switch
certain.
that didn't have a Wii U.
It's kind of the only alternative to that.
Yeah, so if they port over all the good games in Xenoblade Chronicles X, then I will, not buy them again. Screw it. It'd be nice to have my games actually everywhere at once,
Yeah, it'd be pretty
instead
cool.
of within range of the Wii U.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Also, these guys give you air for some reason.
They do?
Yep.
Are they
They're also,
making out with you?
they're also a shield.
This is the air shield?
It's fish.
Something fishy about the shield.
There is.
Oh! And they died. Well done, Sonic. You're officially a monster. Officially a monster.
Oh no.
Oh!
I'm dead inside.
I'm so alone. Anyway.
Whoop.
These are happy tears, I promise.
I'm not crying. Someone just pepper sprayed me.
It's these damn fish. I'm allergic.
Yeah, that could work.
Are we missing a drill somewhere?
Soon.
Soon. Ah, fishies!
Soon.jpg.
Oh, I see. Oh, the music's good.
Yeah, you can barely hear it, but it's there.
Yeah, it's there. Oh, dude, that's not cool. You need drill for that, don't you? Grab a fishy.
Yeah, just casual.
I shall have a fishy on a little dish. Nice. Is that the first one?
That's the first one, yeah.
Oh my god. I've been playing for almost 2 minutes.
This game. Hey, we'll be done with leveling Sonic Forces by now. I hate
You've
that
done
game.
about 3 by now.
I hate that game.
Oh, you finally hate it.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I finally...
I started with hate.
I replayed Generations and it got to the point where I was like, no.
You know what's a good game? Generations.
No, I was sat playing Generations and I was just going through it and I was like, yeah, Forces is bad. It's like, it's disappointing and bad.
Yeah, yeah. There were so many... The problem is the missed potential. It's like they built up.
That's why it's disappointing.
Yeah, because they had such a build-up, and then I was like, come on, deliver, and they didn't.
But Sonic Mania did.
Yeah. Sonic Mania over-delivered. I was like, oh my god.
We don't deserve this.
The gods at Sega have spoken. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. You're not going to have enough.
I love the port bitches. It's like, yeah, congratulations, there are now more Switches than Wii U's. Port over the Wii U library. Go. Do it. There is no reason not to. Because now you can definitively say there are people who didn't own a Wii U who own a Switch. There is now no way to question it because there are more Switches than Wii U's.
Oh, right.
You know, people were saying everyone who owns a Switch right now could have also owned a Wii U, so what's the point? It's like, well, first off, I doubt that. And secondly,
First of all, go fuck yourself.
first of all, that's probably not true. And secondly, you know, applying some thought kind of reveals that, well, while that could be the case, you know, when the numbers exceed the other, it's kind of obvious that everyone who owns it didn't own the previous thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, and also, to be honest, I can kind of shoot that argument down right now by saying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold almost as much as Mario Kart 8 did on the Wii.
What?
So yeah, Mario Kart 8 on Wii U was its best-selling game, 8 million units. That took 4 years to reach, near enough anyway. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch came out in April last year, and has already sold just as much.
Wow.
People don't want the ports, they said. Which is why it's already becoming one of the Switch's fastest selling games. It was the Switch's best selling game until Super Mario Odyssey came out and sold 9 million in 2 months.
Well, that's because it's Odyssey.
That's because it's Mario Odyssey.
If you didn't buy that game, something's wrong with you.
I have questions.
I have
If you have a Switch and you don't have Mario Odyssey,
what are you doing?
what the fuck's wrong with you? There's some who would say burned by the Wii U. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair
But at
point.
this point, it's just on the up.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Isn't Switch the most successful console this year?
Depending on your country, it might be the most successful console ever.
Wait, depending on the country, is
Yeah.
Japan
So,
like...
in America, it is the fastest selling console ever.
Really?
Outpaced the Wii.
Oh, damn, holy shit.
Uh,
I don't...
in its
the
first,
Wii?
in its first,
You mean the motion gimmick?
yeah, the most in-demand console ever previously was the Wii. Now it's the Switch in America. It sold in 10 months 4.7 million units in America,
God, okay.
which was above the Wii's 4 million.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's outpacing the PS2,
What?
and it's probably by the end of this year going to eclipse the PS4 sales, lifetime sales in Japan.
Damn.
In the UK, it's ahead of the Wii U, but not ahead of the 3DS. But that's because the UK is pretty much at this point objectively Nintendo's worst market. Let's see, where else is it doing good? Spain, France, and Italy is the best-selling console ever. So yeah,
Spain, France, and Italy.
Yeah.
Best console ever.
best-selling console ever. So yeah, it's
I would have thought that I would have gone to a PlayStation.
you'd think so, but in terms of Europe, it's actually more Sony/Nintendo race, whereas here in the UK, it's Sony versus Xbox.
Yeah.
You know, we are part of Europe, briefly, and yes, technically we do count as part of the European continent, but our gaming tastes are like so weirdly isolated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whereas Xbox doesn't have much of a foothold in most of Europe. Over here, it's
Yeah.
Nintendo that doesn't have a foothold.
Oh, okay.
Probably because no place fucking stocks any games.
Oh, yeah, I remember you bringing that up. That they were like, you know, how come it hasn't sold for a while? It's like, well, that's because you're not selling it.
You're not stocking the damn thing.
You've got a tiny corner.
And when you do, you overprice it.
Yeah, you got a tiny corner behind the DS stuff that just says.
Oh no, I
Switch.
looked in a game store recently, a couple months ago, and one wall down the side of the store was Xbox, obviously. Other was PlayStation.
Well, I went to.
And you know those little half stands you get
Oh yeah, yeah,
that have like two sides to them?
yeah.
Half of one side of that stand. I'm not joking about this. Half of one side of one of those stands was for 3DS and Switch combined. And it's like, guys,
One of these things is not like the other.
you're killing me. It's like, it's selling well, it's helping game not go under.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. There you go.
Holy. How?
Yeah, don't ask.
Okay, I never knew that was there. Anyway, I went to CEX in Chippenham. Wow, that was fucking brutal. they had, you know, well, there's like one stand next to the DVDs. It's like half a rack of just Wii games, and combined with that, GameCube games.
Yep.
Right on the left-hand side is just 5 copies of Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. I was like, nobody is going to see that. They are cartridges, which are in, you know,
very small
boxes. You can't just lump it in with the Wii and then complain that no one's buying it. Not only that, just put 5 copies there. No signs
You know
of
what was
anything.
fucked up? So I went to CEX not long after the Switch came out. I was walking around playing on my Switch,
Yeah, of course.
as it happened, and
Pokemon
they
Go.
had some copies of Breath of the Wild. And to my horror, okay, a new copy here in the UK of Breath of the Wild is £60.
Okay.
They were selling these used copies of Breath of the Wild for $65. It's like,
What?
What?
Wait, so if you got it, if you got it used,
It costs more than buying it new. Unless you went into game where they'll sell it for 70.
oh Jesus! I mean, it is a good game. It's a blooming good game.
Yes, and it's probably
but
worth 70, but you know,
new.
yeah, new.
Wow.
Saren, what did I say?
Downstairs.
I'm done
Downstairs.
playing.
Downstairs.
Downstairs then.
Too loud downstairs.
Too loud, I can't hear any noise.
How can I? And it's not like we have Duke anymore.
We're the only ones in the house making noise.
Yes, off you go. Ta-ta! Bye. Love you.
Downstairs.
/ resent you.
Mortal enemy.
You were a mistake. Just like me.
I was about to say, did your parent ever say that to your face? Because
Yeah.
I've had that.
I was unplanned.
Yeah, I was.
I didn't need confirmation to know that. I could just tell.
I was a Halloween present.
Uh,
Yeah,
I was just an accident. A happy accident,
Yes.
maybe.
Well, not happy, but adequate.
Come on,
No,
downstairs.
clinically depressed.
Clinically depressed accident. Wait, your mum or you?
Me.
Oh, okay.
I would say I'm a happy accident, but I'm not happy. So, what? Yeah, I'm just being honest.
Ouch, self-burn.
No, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, true.
It's like the first step to getting help is admitting you have a problem.
That is true.
It is.
The first sign of craziness is not realizing you have a problem.
Oh, I know I'm nuts.
There you go. You're not crazy, because crazy people don't know that they're crazy. They think everyone thinks like that. The government is controlling everything. This TV you're on right now, they want you to think you're playing Sonic. You're actually launching nukes to Russia.
Jesus Christ. Getting a little real there.
Soldiers can't hold their breath for more than 5 seconds.
What you
Sean.
don't
What
know.
are you doing?
What you don't know is that I'm secretly piloting. This is the UK.
This is a Hind D.
This is the UK. And
You're
this is
piloting
Brexit.
the UK. Sean is in control of Brexit. You heard it here first, guys. It's Sean's fault.
I didn't vote. What do I care?
Yay.
No, I'm saying this is my fault. No, that's because of my general rule of apathy.
Cast
Where
out
I
by
just-
a single vote. You really should have voted, Sean. Wouldn't have made a difference.
No, it wouldn't.
Sorry, go on.
Your rule of apathy.
Yeah, basically, I
If
just,
you
I
do
just don't care.
nothing, you are responsible for nothing.
No, I'm the kind of guy who, because I've studied economics, I am, like, I lean so hard on just being nihilistic. Like, I just don't care.
What are you?
I was
Are
the
you
kind
the
of
kind
guy.
of person where they say, like, are you like a libertarian or are you a Republican? And you go, I can prove that you're both morons. Just...
Oh no, I could play politicians like a fiddle. But I proved that on the recent gun debate in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wait,
I-
what was the debate?
So they're saying, oh, we need stricter gun control laws after the recent shooting. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
I
I agree
agree.
with that.
I agree with that too. It's like every other country in the world is going looking at you going, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Yeah, I agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
You know, and you know, to my shock, you know, some people go, well,
how are you going to protect yourself from someone who has a gun? Well, they won't have a gun.
They won't have a gun.
Because we've tightened the gun laws. So...
or at least have better screening for it, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Trump was slashing Obama, saying like, oh, we got rid of guns and all that. He didn't. he made it harder to get guns because he decided to do background checks.
Yeah, background checks. That's
He
what you
made it
need.
legal, so it's
You
like,
need
well,
more
who
thorough
uses...
background checks.
Let's see, Mr. Johnson, it seems you have shot 3 people in the past. I don't think we can give you a gun.
Well, here,
this is taking away my rights.
here in the UK, right? No joke. If you've been to prison for 3 months to 3 years, you have to wait 5 years before you can apply for a gun.
Yeah.
If you've been to prison
Yeah.
for more than 3 years,
You can have a gun, but we're restricting how you know,
and
are
you,
able
and
to
you,
obtain it.
you need to have a reason for owning the gun. And believe it or not, and I love this part, self-defense is not a valid reason.
How many fucking enemies have you made?
And then
You're a liability,
they,
sir.
they turn around genuinely say, well, you know, you could have a gun, but then like they were saying, okay, my way of completely shooting down the gun debate, and this is incredibly psychopathic because this is me playing those politicians like a goddamn
Are
fiddle.
you saying that I'd rather watch them
No,
suffer
right, okay,
than...
okay. One thing you also hear US politicians go on about is how they're doing the work of God and all that stuff,
Oh,
and how
yeah,
it's
'cause
God creation.
Jesus
So-
would have had an AK-47.
Let's do what America does for a lot of things and weaponize this. And basically, my response would be to ask them 2 questions, and I would
Love
also
my neighbour
I would
with
also
guns.
deliberately ask for audible confirmation as well.
What, from God?
No, from them, the people I'm asking. Right. The reason for that is because of the second question,
Okay, go on.
because silence speaks 1,000 words. Right.
Yeah.
First question would be, do you worship God? Do you believe you're here to do God's work? Their answer would also be yes, obviously, you know, and they would audibly confirm yes. Now the second question, having confirmed that they believe in God and do God's work, my question is, do they actually think that when they die, that God will let them into heaven for being complicit in the many deaths of His children,
Yeah.
while
which
they're
he created.
while they're sitting there lining their pockets in the name of something that was written on a piece of paper 200 years ago? Do they actually think God would let them into heaven? If they're here doing God's work,
Yeah.
is lining their pockets and letting His people die,
Let's not forget...
doing His work?
Jesus said, drop all your belongings and follow me. Did he not?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, would they? How would they respond to that? They would respond with silence, because they don't know.
Yeah.
And here's the
Nobody
thing,
fucking does.
that would be me not only doing that by saying, hey, you guys believe in God and you're talking bullshit because you're not doing God's work, you're killing His kids by sitting there making yourselves richer.
Shooting them all.
You know, you're making yourselves richer in the name of keeping your job. But then I'd be able to turn around and say, okay, so I'm not going to appeal to your good side, because appeal is asking.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you directly that because you guys, evidently, with your previous confirmation to the 2 questions, only believe in serving yourselves, wouldn't you guys like to get into heaven?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to change your policies for the good of the American people. I'm going to ask you to
I'm
change your
gonna say,
policies.
seeing as this
So
is
you
your
guys,
main argument, just...
no, my entire thing would be, I'm not going to ask you to change your policies for the good of the American people, the people that put you in power.
do it for...
I'm gonna tell you directly that because you guys are only interested in serving yourselves and making yourselves richer, that you guys might want to not spend eternity in hell, because all
Just a suggestion.
all you care about is yourselves. So chop chop, get some gun laws going.
Well, I remember they did a study. This American police officer came over to England, and he was just like doing like a training week or something like that. And he came over, and the police went, "What's that in your pocket?" And he pulled out this like fucking revolver. And just went, you know, in case we need to shoot people. And the British just went, "I'm sorry, shoot people? We're just getting old people for jaywalking. That's about it." And he was like, "Well, what happens if, you know, someone commits a crime?" And he went, "We arrest them. You can't interrogate a body. It's like, that's my main thing with gun laws. You can't interrogate a body. Like, if bad guy or not, you know. How do you punish someone if you end them?"
Oh, it gets better. Like they started blaming, of course, they started blaming video games again.
Mm.
And it's like, look at all these violent video games. And it's like, well, here's Australia. We have
Who have
we
legalised
had 2
prostitution,
weeks after a mass
no
shooting,
gun laws.
they outlawed guns and it worked.
Yeah.
Over here, after a mass shooting, we outlawed guns. It worked. We have all the same violent video games you do. We don't go shooting people up.
No, exactly. When I play GTA, I'm not thinking I love to shoot Chris in the head. Oh,
When I'm playing
no,
Bayonetta, I don't think I'm going to go kill some angels. Because first off, I'm not that badass.
I'm gonna go jump on some mushrooms.
You know, when I'm playing Bayonetta, I don't think I'm going to go to heaven and kill some angels.
Firstly, I'm
Fuck
not
it,
that
why not?
flexible. Secondly,
You know, because, you know, first off, I'd be hard pressed to find some angels to kill in the first place. And 2, I ain't that awesome. I have a limit.
I love the people who... I was watching a YouTube video on this, and I didn't realise people group gamers as they
Gamers.
would celebrities.
Oh, let's not.
Where it's like, that's like saying every game is the same or every gamer is the same. It's like saying every film is exactly the same. There's a plot, middle, and end.
Like, yes, America, we have the same violent video games you do.
You're just shit at running.
When did we last shoot up at school? 1996. Next question. The UK's first and only school shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Dismissed immediately.
It's like, immediately, handguns were outlawed.
Sandy Hook massacre. How many children died?
A lot.
Yeah. And then they were like, that's it, no guns. And everyone went, yeah, fair enough. And there's never been a bigger mass murder. Meanwhile, America, where like little children died, they were like, maybe we just get rid of the big guns? And like 50% of
you
America
don't
said,
want to
fuck
know
you, don't take my
what
guns.
fucking rhetoric Fox News was pushing. Like, look at all these kids saying, oh yeah, we're going to march on Washington, we want stronger gun laws. How much are they being paid by the Liberals? And like, what the fuck?
Whoa. How did you turn this?
And it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just kids. It's like, kids should not have to have fucking drills on being meat shields. They should not be in a situation
in the
saying,
event of a gunfire, jump in front of little Timmy.
They have drills. And it's like,
get under the table. It's
the kids shouldn't have to do this. They shouldn't have to be thinking
They're
about
not
this kind of thing. You should be doing this.
They're not Palestinians.
They're not being paid. They just saw their friends die. They were just shot at. That is not being paid, unless you count moral payments, I suppose.
Yeah.
Inspiration. But then it's like, that's not being paid by Democrats to push for tighter gun laws. That is seeing your friends die and being shot at.
Yeah, exactly.
At which point, you would want something done about that. But, you know, America.
What was it? Is it 200 children die a year because they pick up their dad's gun, want to shoot their friends, pretend to be a cop, and shoot them in the head?
To be fair, the only reason I like Americans having guns right now is, first off, they'll wipe themselves out. And secondly...
Natural selection. I say we leave them
if
to
North
it.
Korea doesn't do it first. And secondly, you get those situations where a guy sits down and shoots himself in the ass.
Oh, cinema.
Which I genuinely think is funny.
Not just that. He stood up, apologised,
and
then
walked
took
out.
himself to hospital.
He's like, good man.
Well fucking done.
You know, you get situations like that, which is like, even the guy who's injured laughs about it. And it's like, you know what, that's funny.
Oh, I thought I had the safety on. Well, shit.
Well, I appear to have blown myself a new asshole.
Sorry, guys.
Toodaloos.
To the lose. America's funny.
America can be incredibly funny sometimes.
Oh my god.
But also incredibly dangerous.
Have you seen the Tide Pod challenge?
Well, that's just got demonetised. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, carry on.
You don't know about this?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
I only know because if you even mention in a video that challenge, it gets demonetised.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter to us right now, because as of today,
oh yeah, we don't have a channel.
we can't monetise stuff. So what do I care? Carry on.
So, anyway, the media was saying that Facebook and YouTube and shit has been spreading Tide Pods. Turns out it was actually daily news sites posting, oh, Tide Pod challenge, but they didn't say it was dangerous. And so kids go, oh, what's this Tide Pod challenge? Maybe I'll do it. And there were spikes in hospital things.
Yeah.
Since the media posted on like their news sites,
That this is a
Tide
thing.
Pod challenge.
Yeah.
So kids thought, oh, this must be a cool thing that everyone's doing. And so the spikes
I've got to
in
go eat
hospital
some fucking
bills-
dishwasher tablets. Yes. Brilliant idea.
I saw a video on like what would happen if you did eat one. He said, well, firstly, it
You'd
wouldn't
die.
take much to break it. The tiniest bit of moisture would open it.
Yeah.
Secondly, the acid would like melt your tongue together. So if that didn't poison you, you'd suffocate in about 5 seconds. It's like, oh god, people are doing this. This is natural selection. I think we should leave them to it. This is how it starts.
This is how we fin the June ball.
This is Zeus up above us saying, I made too many people. We'll just give them the Tide Pod challenge
Yeah. These are the people that stick knives in toasters.
to see what would happen.
Or put their iPhones in microwaves thinking it would charge it. Or thinking a software update made them waterproof. And then decide to drop them in, of all things,
fucking love that.
the toilet.
I
Not a
love
bowl of
that.
water, the toilet.
Just a cup of Java. People who sit in the bathtub and say, can you pass me the hairdryer?
Humans are stupid.
We shouldn't exist.
Humans are dumb.
We shouldn't exist, but we do.
That's all I'm going to say. Humans are dumb.
So, the only reason we have safety laws on anything is because enough of us died for it to be a problem.
Yeah, to the point where it has to be mentioned.
Yeah. It's like, wow, a lot of people died on this road. Maybe we should put a traffic light here. It's just,
Yeah.
Or enough people manage to snap their heads on microwaves. Maybe we should tell them not to lift with their heads.
It's shit like that. It's stuff where it's like, I didn't think we'd need to write this down.
Common sense isn't common. At the same time, though, at least we're learning from experience.
That's true. I mean, they're not living anymore, but
No, but
hell
the
of an
rest of
experience.
us learn.
hell of an experience. Hang on,
What's the chat saying on this?
So it's Civil Justice Warrior, Nita Sarkeesian kind of bullshit. Yeah, pretty much. A special kind of bullshit.
GTA is becoming IRL. Yeah, people are taking it seriously now.
Again.
All you have to do to avoid the cops is, hide around an alley for 5 minutes. And they will never search for you again.
Oh, and they'll totally bring in tanks.
He was just there on his phone, just getting the tank app. Just, why isn't this working? Oh, there was a woman in 2008 got arrested because she stabbed her kids because apparently she was in the Matrix. And she thought she'd get off.
Right.
She went to court and they didn't arrest her, but
There-
they did give her life in a mental asylum.
There isn't an insanity league good enough for that.
No, no. No matter how much diazepam you put in that woman, she is fucking.
No, you need more than that.
Yeah.
There's a padded cell with your name on it. You can quite literally bounce off the wall. I imagine it's quite fun, actually.
Yeah.
Especially if it's springy.
Tell you what,
kind
if it
of.
was a bouncy castle, I would happily be there. Feeling weightless. Just don't even need your arms. Just, how many flips can I do?
Monkeys, cavemen. Us, somehow.
Yeah.
Right, so how many levels we got left?
Well, bearing in mind we're bacteria on legs.
We've got
Oh,
5 levels and a boss there,
coaster.
and then we've got 21 levels to do there, and then we'll do Terminal Velocity.
Woo! Wait, we're doing terminal velocity.
Last.
Nice. And then supersonic.
We'll show off Supersonic before we do Terminal Velocity.
You need to do a collab video of, a collection video of supersonics. Colors, generations, forces.
Ugh.
See how it changes over the years.
It doesn't get better.
Generations, it was kind of a unnecessary.
Pointless.
Yeah,
The ring's depleted at twice the rate they normally do, and it's kind of useless.
it didn't do anything, especially for classic song.
Nope.
It wasn't even a speed boost. Well, barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes me back to 2007.
Well, ta-ta for now.
Yes.